Really good news, man. Theo Butler, and yeah, we back. I told you we was coming back. I told you we was coming back. Yeah, we got Avengers issue 28. Yeah. Payback a Mug. That's what I like to call it. Payback a Mug. Yeah. Before we begin, like, share, subscribe. You like, leave a comment. You don't like, leave a constructive comment. Because if you know me, grow me, and sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. You know me, grow me. Yeah, that's what we got going on. We got issue 28 brought to us by Jed Mackay and Andrea Broccardo. And you know what? Yeah, we're going to get into it after this issue and everything like that. But yeah, let's get on into this. We pick up with Sam and T'Challa strategizing on the Mad Thinker. I like to play with words. Yeah, I like that. I said he's outthought us, not to be confused with outsmarted us. I love that. T'Challa let Sam know quick that he's still him. He's still him. What I get from their relationship, the conversation, the dialogue between the two, ever since Jed Mackay started this run, is that Sam is the little brother, always trying his older brother. Now that he think they equal. Big Bro gonna have to let him know at some point in time, but yeah, that's what we got going on. From there, we shift scenes to the Super Adaptoid thinker. Try saying that 5 times back to back. Flying around the impossible city, zeroing in on our heroes as they continue to formulate their plan. Here's the thing: when it comes to the thinker, he suffers from an overabundance of hubris. Always been his own. See, before, regardless of how much thinking he would do, because he always thought he outthought everybody else, he always felt the heroes overpowered him, not outthought him nor outsmarted him. Yeah, it's always he was overpowered. Not outsmarted him, like I said, as T'Challa alluded to. That's what's been happening. Keep getting outsmarted. Thus, the thinker now believes he finally has the power to match his intelligence, his thoughts. Even during this battle, T'Challa points out how although he has the weaponry of Dread Knight, he doesn't possess the simplest of tools to go along with it. A guidance system. Houseway. Well, he then shifts to using Madcap's abilities on T'Challa, the Mad Thinker does, while leaving an opening for Sam. Can I say Buddy sucks when it comes to aiming? Like, you didn't miss T'Challa point blank range, and he misses Sam point blank range. Yeah, when he turns his attention to Sam, that allows T'Challa to make his move. Yeah, in essence, he no longer thinking. And you can't be the Mad Thinker if you're not thinking. He's just reacting. Yeah, that's what's going on. And remember when I said last video, issue 27, the Impossible City was now known as the Impossible Suit? Yeah. Well, the Mad Thinker thought so little of the other masters of evil, he never thought about constantly tracking their whereabouts like he was with the Avengers. Well, before they engaged them, the thinker engaged them, they engaged the thinker, Sam and T'Challa, they had the Impossible Suit transfer his AI, artificial intelligence, into the Dread Knight's disabled armor. Yeah, yep. And it's blowing my mind how this going down right now, this particular scene right here. As the thinker realizes what's going on, simultaneously, the Impossible Suit using Dread Knight's armor has made his way to the emergency reboot terminal, which resets the Impossible City back to its, for lack of better terminology, factory default settings. Which expunges the artificial intelligence known as Quasimodo out of his system. Yeah. From its mainframe. Yeah, this is funny to me. Not only does it halt the asteroid teleportation countdown that was for Earth, it also allows their fellow Avengers access to their home base / teammate, the Impossible City. Now he is the Impossible City now. The The day is won, but air needs to be cleared. What Jed McKay does here is tasteful, tactful, and needed. Now I get into why later. The artwork in these panels from Miss Andrea Broccardo, same thing. Tasteful, tactful, needed. From there we see Sam and Carol chopping it up. He wasn't keen on Carol keeping him back. Sam was hurt back at the Impossible City, but he understood. Turns out Sam was dealing with a little bit of, self-confidence and everything like that, lack of it. His second guessing his place on the team. That's no longer an issue for him, and thank God, right in the nick of time, as we see the headless body of Madcap making its way over to the button that would have teleported the asteroid down to Earth. Yep. Captain America to the rescue. That's what we got. So yeah, my thoughts on this. So let's go ahead. The Masters of Evil, that's wrapped up. The last few pages, or before the last few pages. That was needed. Thank you. To Jed McKay, to Andrea Broccardo, thank you. That scene between those two, the artwork accompanying the words along with it, it was tasteful. It was needed. Some folks might not care. The company in and of itself may not care, but let's be clear. John Ridley did a lot of damage. And this character, T'Challa, Black Panther, hasn't been taken care of, hasn't been, as far as Black Panther fans are concerned, shown the type of respect that he's been due ever since Chadwick Boseman passed away, and that don't line up. Let me just say it here. What Jonathan Ridley did with this character was reprehensible, disgusting, despicable. I'm not the only one feel that way. Vast majority of us do. What's going on right now in regards to this piece of trash, considering the writer attached to it, I'm going to use them same two words, reprehensible, disgusting. So what you did in issue 28 of the Avengers, Mr. McKay, Jed was needed. Andrea was needed. Now, with that said, that was needed. It was tastefully done. It was tactfully done. There's no relationship going forward between T'Challa and Aurora. And I don't know who needs to hear that, but Marvel, thank you. Because what you did was you damaged the relationship for whatever reason. To the writer of Storm, here's what's not being given its proper due. T'Challa is an honorable man. Monica Lynn, Everett Ross's ex, and Aurora. And if we're counting the young lady from the Intergalactic Empire, that would be 4. But ever since coming back home from the Intergalactic Empire, well, you can say he's abstained since coming back, because him and Aurora have not been on good terms. But she hasn't. She's been in a relationship, and she's had a one-night stand. Well, that's no different than what the writer did, making Jessica Jones pregnant from Luke Cage. We're past the point of no return as far as I'm concerned. Because see, somebody would have to write Aurora confiding in T'Challa that she slept with Logan. While he would forgive her, he wouldn't make her his wife. And comic book fans, regardless of who they know, regardless of who they are, they know that. So that's why I said before, go ahead and put Aurora with Logan. Because we know once T'Challa finds out, she's going to have to tell him. She's going to have to tell him. You still got that thing in that Wolverine comic book where Logan literally told T'Challa Aurora was missing. Nobody cared. You didn't give a damn. You moved the way you wanted to move with the knowledge knowing that it was on Jed McKay to fix it. Well, he's fixed it. They're friends. They won't be anything else. Regardless of what Jonathan Hickman had planned or what Reginald Hudlin had planned, you screwed it up. You didn't have to, but you did. Well, I believe in standing 10 toes down with it. I believe in saying what you mean what you say. I believe in standing on your square. Well, stand on your square. T'Challa and Roro are no longer an item. And you can thank yourself for that. Not mad. I just want to make sure we're clear. You did that. You did that, so you got to own that. You did that, so you got to own that. That's what you wanted. Don't shy away from it. You didn't have to. You did. You wrote the words. Somebody drew the artwork. There's repercussions and consequences to all of our actions in life. And these characters, no differently than real people, as somebody stated, their actions have repercussions and consequences to them. Well, the repercussion and consequence to laying down with Logan is you no longer get to lay with T'Challa. Period. Because he didn't move like that. And what would we want from the woman we plan on spending the rest of our life with? Or the man that we plan on spending the rest of our life with? For us to be like-minded. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Once again, thank you so much. Jed, Mr. McKay, thank you. That was needed. You healed a lot of wounds with that. You did. Miss Andrea, you healed a lot of wounds with that. That was absolutely needed. Thank you for issue 27. Thank you even more so for issue 28. That said, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe to the video. I know I said what I said. I meant what I said. I got to give respect where respect is due. Where we go from here, I'm a Black Panther fan. I'm a Chadwick Boseman fan. And the fictional character and the very real actor both believe in fighting for what they believe in. I can do no less. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. In memory of the late, great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman, right? Going along with that, right? I wish each and every last one of you love, peace, and so we out.